You're hearing Sam's Diego Show on 107.9 The Mountain.
Where we at? Live studio audience.
Whoa!
Wow. It just... You can tell there's a craft brewer in the house. Everybody's really happy. Welcome back. The Mt Helix. Is it foundation? Is it a... What's the name of the organization, the official title?
It's the Mt Helix Park Foundation.
Mt Helix Park Foundation. And that very stoic, handsome, rugged voice you just heard was Eric Fletcher.
Live on Pirate Radio.
Live on Pirate Radio. I like that. I saw that earlier on Facebook. That was pretty good. Introduce these lovely, lovely ladies next to you. You lucky man, you, to be accompanied by such a fine group.
They actually drove me, too.
Oh, wow.
This first one is Diane McCain. She is the co-host, or the co-sponsor, host of the heArt and Mt Helix for this year, and she was also last year. And the gal over here is Nicole Roberts. Nicole is also on the committee, and her husband Chris is on the board of directors on the foundation.
Nice. Now, I just want to touch briefly on the history of this beautiful, beautiful section of San Diego County that has a very rich history that a lot of people don't know because they just haven't had the opportunity to find out or haven't taken the time to dig a little deeper and have enjoyed going to the top of Mt. Helix and sitting in that amphitheater or hiking some of the trails or going up there for Sweet 16 photos, quinceañera photos, wedding proposal photos, or just go up there to meditate and ponder life and enjoy this beautiful 360-degree view. But there's a lot of history that's in there, Eric, and your family is tied into that history. Tell us a little bit about why this land was donated by the families that decided to do so as a gift to the people of San Diego.
The land was purchased back in 1909 or so, and he had been approached by a fellow by the name of George Sieberlin, who wanted to buy it for $25,000 back then. The Sieberlin Tire Company turned into a company called the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company. He didn't want to sell it. They were very good. My great grandparents were very good friends with the Yawkey and the White family. They approached them and they decided to jointly try to, develop this park. They donated the land, and the Yawkeys put up $100,000, and the rest is kind of history. They built that beautiful amphitheater and the cross.
And this is what year approximately that this happened? Around the time that they donated the land, before anything was even built.
Like 1918 or something.
It was 1918.
Something around there.
And then construction of everything, like the amphitheater and all that, began when?
It started about 6 or 7 years after, and I think it was dedicated in 1925.
Wow.
As I recall.
I was privy to some of the photos of the dedication, and like thousands of people that showed up, covering the entire, top of the mountain. It trekked their way up. This was rugged terrain back then. You look at Mt. Helix now when you drive by, and first thing you notice is that beautiful white cross on the top, and like a beacon, for everybody to know that's Mt. Helix. But now it's dotted with these beautiful homes, and some of the homes that have landed on Home and Gardens magazine covers and whatnot. But back then, it was pretty rugged terrain. There was just boulders and brush and whatnot. But then it began to morph into the beautiful mountain that it is today. And a lot of sunrise services are held that were held there back in those days.
Prior to building the amphitheater, there was a few sunrise services, but ever since it's been dedicated in 1925, there's been one every year.
One every year.
Yeah.
Wow. Now there's a beautiful amphitheater that's carved like from stone, right? And it's just the view is glorious, and I no pun intended, talking about sunrise services and the cross on top of the hill, but it is a glorious view that folks from all walks of life show up to this magical place to experience just the peace and the quiet there and the view from to the ocean. You catch a glorious sunset, and then to the east, the sun rises, and people go up there and do their hikes up there. There's people that work out up there. There's people that just, like I said, do their family photos. It really is an enchanting place. So that needs maintaining. It needs protection because there's some pretty not very nice people out there that will sometimes vandalize kids that don't know any better, but also the normal wear and tear year-round, security cameras that need to be there, gates that need to be built, maintenance of the area, and all that doesn't come for free. So hence the gathering of this foundation, this group that is on the vanguard to protect it, and then fast forward a little bit, and you guys create the Heart of Mt Helix event that kind of tips the hat to the artist colony that lived there. What year? Or around what time was there an artist colony?
Early 1900s.
Early
primarily
1900s.
on Grossmont, the sister mountain.
Okay. And so you guys are kind of tipping the hat to that artist colony that lived up there by having live artists, painters, sculptures, sculpting artists, wood carvings, and things like that. Yes. What kind of other artists will be there on that day, on August, what is this?
It's the 17th.
August 17th.
Okay, we will have a watercolorist, and we will also have a brutalist sculptor.
A what?
A brutalist sculptor.
I had a mom like that.
Frank Coda will be doing his metal work there. And then we'll have some woodworking also being done there. And then obviously the live auction will be going on, and we'll have the silent auction with a lot of artwork, jewelry, a lot of creative things that will be in the event.
And you'll be able to see this happening live.
Absolutely,
right.
absolutely.
That's amazing.
Can I point out, too,
Please.
that two of our artists will actually, their artwork they're creating will be done by the end of the evening to be auctioned off at our live auction. So you can stand there and watch them creating this beautiful watercolor painting, this beautiful sculpture, and then you can bid on it later if you
That is really cool, Nicole. Yeah. So you get to actually watch it
being created.
And then you can
Start
take it
to
home.
Finish. Yep.
Yes.
Well, I mean, not the artist, but the art. That's a lot more. That costs a lot more. Well, we'll have to talk to some of the artists. Now, you also have food, restaurant tastings happening with everybody from Brigantine Restaurant, Riviera Supper Club. The ones with asterisks are
new this year.
These are wow. So we've got some newcomers. We've got Brigantine Restaurant, Cali Comfort, Mardi Gras Cafe, Sadie Rose Bakery, Baby Cakes, Point Loma Tea Company, along with Riviera Supper Club, are returning again, along with Hacienda Casablanca, who is the title sponsor of the San Diego show.
Yay!
Thank you guys for being there. Anthony's, Ballast Point Brewing Company. We love us some Ballast Point. Alchemy Restaurant, which is featuring the signature cocktail that evening, which last year I butchered the heck out of the signature cocktail.
We were lucky to get them back
I
this
kept
year.
calling it I know. Yeah, I almost did not make that possible.
We wrote it out for you.
In big, bold letters, I'm reading this. I kept calling it the Alchemy. Well, I wasn't doing him a disservice, but Alchemy is who's creating the signature cocktail, and this time it's called the heArt Watermelon Cooler. Fresh watermelon and fresh lemon juice, fresh lavender, and vodka. Emphasis on vodka. There's 2 exclamation points on there. So I guess I was supposed to say vodka. Really loud. And what was it last year? It was something lemonade.
Yes.
I think it was the Old Grove.
Old Grove lemonade. I kept calling it the Alchemy.
With gin. With gin.
The old Alchemy Old Lemonade. This year, though, that is really cool. It's called the heArt Watermelon Cooler. So can't wait to taste that. Rubio's, Starbucks, American Bistro, Grove Pastry, Fresh and Easy, and, of course, Alchemy Restaurant, all coming back again this year. There'll be wine tastings as well.
Yes, there are several types of wine. We're going to have a Sicilian red,
Ooh.
an Italian white,
Ooh.
Napa. We're going to have a Chardonnay from Napa and a Cabernet, and then Ballast Point craft beers.
All right, well, you had me at all of those.
Okay.
I will definitely be there. Now, what I don't want people to forget is that live entertainment is going to be huge. During, as well as after the auction, we're going to have the Mighty Untouchables headlining, right? If you have never seen the Mighty Untouchables perform in San Diego, holy smokes, they knock it out of the park and get people dancing from the very first song right out the gate. You've got David Maldonado, who is just an amazing performer, who is going to actually have a dancer that's coming down from LA to dance flamenco dance as he strums away with his guitar, igniting it on fire with his fingers. I've seen him do it, folks. Don't stand too close to the man. He's a very hot, passionate performer. Okay, and I hope he's listening. He's gonna make fun of me now because I called him hot. But apart from that, we have the Hamashaw Project, a trio of Americana music. 3 cool gents that we're gonna actually hear before we go off the air. They're gonna close out the show. What are some of the other artists that we're gonna have, Nicole?
Well, we have 6 bands total performing on 2 stages, and I just want to point out that the music will be going on continuously throughout the night. The only time there's no music is during the live auction.
During the live auction.
So there's music everywhere, up top, down below. You'll hear it wherever you go, and it matches the ambiance of the park.
So who will be at the top? Who gets to be at the top where the cross is at, where you can see the sunset coming down?
So the Hamashaw Project will be opening up top at 6 o'clock, followed by a magician, actually.
Oh.
He's going to put on a little show. He's a retired Marine. He's been doing this for 23 years and absolutely loves it. He loves to put smiles on people's faces. So he'll be performing. And then after that will be Sister Speak.
Okay.
Which I believe you're familiar with.
Yes.
The 2 gals that sing and have percussion.
I totally recommend watching all the artists that are here. But the top, I'm just going to give everybody a little inside scoop. You want to be at the very top, right when the sun's going down. Do whatever you have to do. When that sun is right about to drop, go to the very top near where the cross is at, where a lot of the restaurants and stuff are going to be set up. It's magical watching that sun go down right there. So, and it looks like weather's going to look in pretty good right now, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know how far we can project the 2 weeks out, but I'm pretty sure I'll talk to all the weather people I know. I'm really good friends with Dave Scott, and I'll see what he can do to pull that off. Pray to the weather gods. So, is there anything we haven't touched on that I
Sam,
might have?
do you want? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I just wanted to say this year we actually have some jazz groups.
Oh, cool.
That's new. We haven't really had any jazz groups in the past, and they'll be performing on the main stage. We've got the Jan Connor Trio, and we also have Lillian Palmer, who's a jazz vocalist.
She's been a guest on the show.
So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
I think
Awesome.
the folks really love that.
So you know what? You guys have expanded your genres
yes.
to include a little bit of variety from Americana music, dance pop music, and jazz artists now, including magicians and whatnot. So good for you guys. You guys are taking it to the next level. That's I love to see that.
Yeah, we grow every year with our.
And our live auction this year is going to be
that's what I was forgetting.
Absolutely
What kind of items do we have? Because last year when I went, you guys were giving away these like amazing vacation. Well, not giving away. You gotta order. You gotta earn it.
Earn them.
You had some amazing vacation getaways.
Yes, we have a 10-day cruise on Holland America. We have lunch at the Thornton Winery, and you get there by helicopter. So that's pretty cool.
Really?
Yes. We have a Park City vacation for 10. The Mt Helix rotating house, the house that rotates.
Yeah.
Dinner for 8.
There's actually a house that exists that, get right up on the mic.
Sorry.
I'm sorry about that. There's actually a house that was built it's built on this contraption that rotates the house very slowly, mind you, at 360
Yes.
all the way around. So
Yes.
it's always moving so that you never get the same view.
Right. Right.
Twice.
It can rotate in 24 hours or in an hour.
That could be very confusing when your guests come over to the front door.
Well, you go to bed looking at La Mesa and you wake up looking at El Cajon.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Or Mexico, But I'm sure when you have guests knocking on the door and, they're actually knocking on the kitchen door instead of the front door, it's not their fault that it keeps moving around. I want to remind everybody that we are speaking with the Mt Helix Park Foundation. Thank you for whispering that, Eric. He's so awesome. And that they are currently being heard on KRLY-LP Alpine 1079 The Mountain, streaming worldwide on the web on www.1079.
Pirate Radio.
Yeah, exactly. Pirate Radio. Yeah, but we are streaming on www.themountainfm.com worldwide right now with folks listening around the country, around the county. And if you've never been to the top of Mount Helix, you got to come out to this event
next weekend.
Happening next weekend on Saturday evening. 5:30. Can we explain some of the? Oh, you had a few more auction items you wanted to talk about.
Well, and just to give the folks, we have tickets on sale. You have to get the tickets on our website. We do all pre-sales. The tickets are $60 for the amphitheater seating, $125 for the VIP tables. And as Eric said, it starts at 5:30. It goes till 10 o'clock. We have free shuttles that take you to get you up to the park.
Where do you park?
Either at Grossmont Center.
Or
at the fire station.
Or at the
Grossmont High School.
Oh, excuse me. Grossmont High School.
Grossmont High School.
Sorry.
Or at the fire station that's located where?
Vivera. On Vivera and
Right at the base.
Right at the base of Mount Helix, there's a fire station. You can park there and grab the shuttle.
Right.
Unless you're like Cal Walker and myself, Cal Walker being the infamous traffic reporter in the skies, unless you're Cal Walker or myself that have motorcycles, you might be able to bribe your way all the way to the top and park in a certain parking lot that hopefully is not full when I get there.
for a price.
Yes, for a price. For a price.
Small donation.
A very huge small donation.
Right.
Yeah. Hence why I said bribery.
And you must be in costume to do that.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Aye, big R.
All right. I can do leather pants and some dreadlocks on the motorcycle. I can do that. Might look a little weird, but guys, it's going to be nonstop entertainment the whole time they're there. Goes from 5:30 to what?
10.
To 10 p.m.
Right.
And it's nonstop action, auction, food, breweries, wineries. You get to sample a little bit of everything, and you get to see a glorious sunset. So it's very romantic, very
You had
enchanting.
a good time last year.
I had a blast.
Yes,
I wasn't able to stay till the
time.
very end, but I had a blast. I actually had the privilege of saying some,
on stage,
motivating some of the crowd there for the auction and getting them all revved up so that they would open up their pocketbooks as they did. And I believe it was a successful event. And you know what? Everybody band together. A lot of folks that volunteer and this foundation that work year-round to make sure that the preservation continues on this amazing treasure of San Diego.
It's a jewel.
And
it's a jewel.
All volunteers. All the proceeds go to help operate the
Every
park.
penny raised go to.
If it wasn't for the committee and Diane here and Nicole and Kathy White and Tracy, so this thing would not go off. It would not go off, and this is such a very important event for the foundation.
And that must mean a lot to your family, right?
Oh, it does. This place means a lot to me.
It keeps the legacy alive.
And it's a great place. And it's irreplaceable.
Yeah, it takes a village.
And it's nice this event pays the park bills for about 6 months. It's
good.
Very important.
So, so come on out if you can, folks. If you haven't bought your tickets, get them now. Get them now.
Yes.
Don't waste it.
Yes.
Like as in right now.
You don't. We have sold out.
Yeah, you have sold out in the past, and we hope that you sell out for this one too, because my name's already on the list. So go ahead, sell out. I dare you. All right, guys, thank you so much for all you do year-round.
Helping us come up.
And when we come back, we're going to go really, really, really short break. But when we come back, Hamashaw Project is going to close out the show with some of their Americana music. Don't go anywhere.
You're hearing Sam's Diego Show on 107.9 The Mountain.